Hi, good morning. How do we build mental toughness at work? How do we boost our confidence? How do we stay focused at work? Have you ever had one of those days where work just feels like a total disaster? Like maybe you got some deadlines or maybe you got some reports that just aren't at 100% and maybe people are testing your patience. You're just not trying to lose it. Yeah, been there too. We're going to break down some practical strategies to build resilience, boost your confidence, stay focused, even when work is chaotic. And then we're going to talk about my course that just came out, which I'm very excited. Listen, it's not perfect, but it's me, and it's me just trying to help. Even if you take the course and find a handful of ideas that can help your work-life balance, I would be forever grateful, and I would be very excited for you. So we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first up, mental toughness. It's not just for athletes. It's about handling stress, bouncing back quickly from setbacks, and not letting a bad meeting ruin your entire day. It's hard, right? Sometimes something negative happens. It's the only thing you can think of. But think of all the positive times that have happened. Do we keep thinking about those? Like maybe after a night out for a couple of days, are you like, wow, that was just incredible? Or, a vacation. Wow, that was just the best vacation ever. But that fades, right? But something negative happens at work or something negative happens in your life, and it's something that you'll remember for years, and it comes back with a vengeance sometimes, right? So you just have to control what you can, accept what you can't, and just keep moving. And then let's talk about confidence. Stop waiting until you feel ready. Confidence comes from action. It comes from practice. Don't worry about speaking up in meetings. Just do it. Celebrate your small wins. Most people are figuring it out as they go, and that's you too. We're all just figuring it out as we go. So reframe your negative thoughts. Own your space. If you have an idea or if you have a question because you're not understanding something, speak up. Be confident. It's okay. Someone will answer it. And if they're professional, they will answer it for you and say, oh, great question. Let's talk about it. Or, yes, as I mentioned, it's this, this, and this. And then maybe you'll understand it better the way that they speak on it. Don't worry about it. Just talk up. Just ask. Confidence comes from action. So just keep practicing to build your confidence. And stay focused on your dreams. Stay focused on your task at hand. Work distractions are everywhere, all day long, all the time. Emails, Slacks, noisy coworkers. Set your boundaries. Use it maybe a 90-minute focus rule or 60-minute focus rule, or just walk out to your car or walk outside and just take a couple deep breaths. Remember, not every request is urgent, even if the person is acting like it is. Not everything is a fire. So protect your time, protect your energy. That also takes practice. For many of us, resilience isn't something that we're born with. It's something that we build up to. It's something that we build. So just trying one of these strategies, or maybe you have your own strategies that you are working on, just try them. Try them at work. Stay patient, set your boundaries, gain some mental toughness, even if it's just small steps. And a lot of this is shared in my new course that just came out. Again, it's not perfect, but it's me. And it's Building Resilience at Work. It's a 30-day action plan. For day 1 through 30, I give you some ideas. Like, for example, day 1 is just recognizing being in a difficult role or working with a difficult coworker. Because sometimes we might have just off days and we're like, man, is that person difficult to work with? Or is it just an off day? Or maybe they were having a bad day, which rolled into a conversation with you and you thought, man, what a jerk, or what a, whatever. So, but are they truly a difficult coworker, or was it just a bad day? So, for example, day 1 is recognizing a difficult coworker or being in a difficult role with this coworker. That's all it is, day 1. Recognize it, reflect on it, and then we go on to the other days on how to improve our approach, how to learn how to set boundaries, how to build on our assertiveness when we speak to people. So something that maybe you want to check out. Another day is, speaking of assertive. How do you assertively say something? When maybe you're asking, maybe you're just really close with your team, and sometimes you say, can we get this done by Friday? If not, that's okay. I can get it done, or maybe next Tuesday. As a matter of fact, I have a perfect example. Yesterday, I was in a meeting, and they said, well, when do you think you can get this phase 1 done? And I said, well, maybe 2 weeks. Give me 2 weeks. I have some other meetings. And their face just kind of went, oh, no, we don't have 2 weeks. We don't have 2 weeks. I mean, they wanted it done yesterday. So we had to negotiate, but I had to assertively tell them, listen, this is not a quick turnaround. So we did negotiate and say in 1 week. So then I had to move some stuff around, which is fine. But they wanted it done within a couple of days. I said, absolutely not. I need at least 5, 10 days would be great to have it perfect. So now I'm going to really work hard for those 5 days and make sure it gets off. And I moved my schedule around. So it's negotiating, and it's being assertive. It's explaining what you know. Everyone is a subject matter expert at something. Just find what you are the expert level of and make sure you can speak to it. And sometimes with your assertiveness, there has to be some negotiating. But for example, they were sharing that they wanted this project done within 2 to 3 months. And I had done all the research. I had talked to some other colleagues in other areas of the world. And I said, how long does this take you? Because they've already done the project a couple times. And they said between 8 and 9 months. I assertively told the whole team yesterday, this is a 9-month project. This is not a 2-month project. And they all just shook their head like, okay. I said, we're going to get it done as fast as we can, but we don't want to make any mistakes. We don't want too many go backs, so it was assertive language telling them, this is how it's going to get done. I did not promise, because you want it done in 2 or 3 months. Yeah, we'll get it done. And then I'm stressing, and my whole team is stressing, and everyone's stressing for 2 or 3 months. No. And I know factual from talking to other people that it takes 8 to 9 months. And I assertively said that. If you want it done right, if you want this done completely, correctly, this is how long it's going to take. And they said, okay. So they made their plan and said, all right, so by next April of 2026, then we will be fully complete with everything. And I said, that's a great goal. Sometimes projects are long. You got to think about it. Okay, so here's another couple things. How to boost your confidence at work. Okay, we're going to talk about this a little bit. How do you boost your confidence? Because when you have confidence, then you have assertiveness, or you have some of the other things that I share in my course. So first of all, small wins matter. I know you've heard it. If you've done research, if you've been trying to build your self-esteem, if you're trying to build confidence, it is mentioned often. Even the small wins matter. The big wins we're always happy about, right? But think about all those really small, like for me, yesterday, that meeting, sharing exactly what I knew and all the research that I did was a small win. The big win's going to be the final project when it's complete, right? So confidence comes from action. If you're waiting to feel confident before you speak up at a meeting, you're going to be waiting forever. Just start with those small wins. Think about something right now that you just did this past week and it was a small win, and be proud of yourself. Send the email. Ask the question, contribute to a conversation, offer an idea, offer a solution. Whether they take it or not, it's a small win for you. You brought up the solution. You sent the email. Oh my gosh, sometimes there's some emails that I do not want to send. Truly, I do not want to send them. I don't want to ask another question. But guess what? I get an answer back, or I don't, meaning the answer might be no. So then I just keep going on to the next solution. Contribute to a conversation, send the email, ask the question, build your confidence. Small wins matter. Another one is, and you may have heard this, is imposter syndrome is a liar. Most people are making it up as they go. Now, you are the subject matter expert of something. That means that someone else is what they call the SME or SME of something else. So the key is knowing that you don't need all the answers. You just need to be willing to figure things out. So think about it. Are you really good at one thing at work and people come to you and say, hey, remind me how you do this again? You're a subject matter expert. People are coming to you. And it could be little. Don't really dig into this. It could be something very small. How do you use this program? How did you do that last time? What did we talk about last time? They are coming to you because they think that you are the expert on it. or close to it. And they want to hear your feedback, your opinion. So imposter syndrome is a liar. The key is knowing that you don't need all the answers. You just need to be willing to figure things out. Do some research. Again, for example, for the past couple of weeks, I've been calling colleagues. Hey, can you tell me about this program? We are going to be implementing it where I'm at now. Can you help me with it? And I took pointers from everyone. I took ideas from everyone, and I listened and I listened and I listened, and then I was able to speak to it during a meeting yesterday. Am I the expert of it? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I'm willing to figure things out as we go. Reframe your negative thoughts. Instead of, I'm not good enough, how about, I'm still learning and every challenge makes me better. We're all still learning. And if you're not still learning, find something to learn about. It's good for your brain. Whether it's the right side where it's art and music, or whether it's the left side, pick up a book or take a course. Take my course, please. That would be great. If you're saying to yourself, I'm not good enough, I'm not professional enough, I don't know enough on that subject, stop it. Stop it right now. Think positive. I'm still learning. Every challenge makes me better. Every conversation makes me better. And think about how you can get better. Also think about, are you the negative one in the group or in the team, or are you the positive one? Are you finding fault in everyone and in everything? Or are you trying to build a solution so that you no longer can find fault in it? You know, you see something wrong, but what's the solution on that? Be a driver of solutions. Okay, so now we're going to talk about a body language hack. Okay, so you may have done some research on this. People with crossed arms are protecting themselves. People with crossed legs might be protecting themselves. It's a way of protecting your core. Okay, so power poses may sound ridiculous to you, but they do work. So I think we may have talked about this in an episode earlier. Keep your shoulders back. Keep yourself open because you're listening. Keep your head up. And it really does change how you feel. If you have your hands in your pockets, you're afraid to speak up or you're afraid to say something, bring your hands out. You can put them in your lap. You can put them on your legs. Don't cross your arms in front of you if you want to feel more confident. If you are protecting yourself, that's a natural, right? Don't play with your face. Don't put your hands on your face. You're hiding something. Keep yourself open. Keep yourself relaxed. Keep your shoulders back, especially during a meeting. Don't feel like you're protecting yourself. You know what you're going to say and what you're talking about because you've done the research. You are positive. You are the subject matter expert. Keep your hands at your side or just hold on to something in your lap. Sometimes I do that. I hold on to a pen or I hold on to, my phone, but I make sure that the focus is off so that it's not distracting me. Or I'm sorry, that the focus is on. I'm focusing on a meeting. So listen, confidence isn't about knowing everything. It's about trusting yourself to figure it out. So those are just some thoughts and feedback and ideas that I give in my course. So I'm going to share the link in here and try it out. Try it out. Day 1 through day 30. There's some really good tips on there. How to be assertive, how to know different things at work, how to understand where people are coming from, how to walk in their shoes. Just go listen. Just go listen. It's my first one, so again, it's not perfect, but I'm just so happy that I built this 2.5-hour course for you and that I want you to relate and I want you to understand that I've been through it too. I worked with a difficult coworker. I was in a difficult role. I had no self-confidence. I did not ask the questions. I did not reach out. I felt like I was not the subject expert of everything, of anything. And I've learned over the years, and I share a few of those ideas with you. It's perfect for beginners, maybe young adults that are just starting out in the workforce and they just don't feel heard. Go hang out with me for a couple hours and then let me know what you think. Thanks for listening. I'll talk to you next time.